Former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley has started a new group, Stand for America, to push for policies both domestically and abroad. The domestic issues the group will focus on are border security and public safety, term limits, socialism, and American culture, according to the website. The group will also have an international component and focus on China, Russia, and Iran as internal dangers. We will focus on how to keep our country safe and strong and prosperous. Join me as we stand up for America's freedom and values, she tweeted Monday. The website includes a place to become a member of Team SFA, where you can specify which issue you care about the most. There is also an option to donate. We're very excited to stand for freedom at home and strength abroad. We hope you'll stand with us by signing up and joining the effort, a blog post on the website reads. Haley also wrote a blog post about why she started the group, noting that she hopes to continue standing up for American freedom and values now she's out of office. Haley left her post with President Trump's administration at the end of 2018. She also recently rejoined a charity she founded, the Original Six Foundation, which assists children in rural South Carolina. So you might ask yourself, well, I would say she's washed up or that she was a crappy UN ambassador. And that mainly has to do with the fact that I am a person with a non-interventionist leaning, which is why I give Republicans like Rand Paul and Mike Lee credit for having voting records that are consistent with the values that they espouse in their public statements. And with Haley, she kind of just went along with whatever conflict Trump was looking to draw up. And you can actually see this in the international component of this group, where she talks about recognizing China, Russia, and Iran as international dangers. And, it's more of that fear mongering to, bootlick for Israel. Oh, Iran is so evil. When, again, most Americans don't even know anything about these countries and what they've done to us or what they haven't done to us in the case of Iran, because of the fear mongering, rather just the Israel thing going on. But besides the point, I really do like how they talk about wanting to focus on term limits, because that actually was as I mentioned before, Republican idea that was designed to keep people like FDR from getting reelected over and over again. And it's in recent years actually shifted to their benefit, because if you look at the most senior senators more often than not, especially over the last maybe 20 years, they usually come from the South, which usually elects Republicans. Therefore, a majority of the people who stay in office longer, by virtue of being in red states, tend to be Republicans. Which that it shows how that idea, it's something they started, and they've kind of, by virtue of from the areas that they're running in some instances being just leaning toward their side, stay in there longer. As far as socialism is concerned, again, more Red Scare stuff, and another term that means nothing. Public safety, and this is what gets me, right? So I've talked about how we have a mass shooting every day. I've said that we have people who actually, when you mention wanting gun control, they think that you mean, oh, we got to take everyone's gun away. And I say, okay, look, if we can get a compromise on this where we try to have, let's say, public safety or public places will have, armed guards at all times or some form of security. And I would think that's at least kind of in that range of saying, hey, look, we quote unquote believe in Second Amendment rights, but we're receptive to the fact that we have innocent people getting their brains blown out every 24 hours or less. And unfortunately, I just don't see Haley or this group attempting to tackle that at all. Not to mention all the car death. There's a lot of stuff that can be contained within public safety. So it's another term that means nothing, basically, to where I can take it and try to morph it around something that might seem progressive or otherwise trying to focus on issues that afflict normal people. But I know she won't, her group is not going to push for that. I would say the biggest scam out of all of this is maybe the implications. The foreign stuff is really insane because people don't know anything about it, but also when you listen to her, or if you listen to any of the rhetoric of members of that administration, they're just going to fearmonger. They're going to try to make you scared of Russia, even though supposedly we have better relations with it. Which, given that we pulled out of the INF treaty, I'm not too sure about that. But you get my point that at all times they're going to find ways to freak you out over stuff that has no meaning. So It's another sad development in a sad country that's going downhill.